In an era where women are increasingly prominent in medicine, law, and business, where there are so few women scientists and engineers, well, since next school year I'll be a senior, I really need to start focusing on what I want to study in college. And since I started high school, I have always been really interested in engineering. But why engineering? Well, every time I went to visit my brother at college, I would go to engineering faculty and see what other engineers were doing. I do feel really amazed by the way each engineer finds the way to solve problems related to their engineering field. Engineering is about finding tools that provide health, happiness, and safety in our environment. In theory, engineers look for creative solutions to face different challenges, playing a fundamental role in finding solutions to many of the important problems we face today, such as global warming, energy supply, drinking water, food shortages, transport, obesity, medical care, and aging of the population. So by saying this, I can assume that you already know that I want to be part in the STEM field, especially in engineering. But what is STEM? Well, basically STEM is science, technology, engineering, and maths. So a few months ago, I read a book called Girls Who Code, which is a book about two totally different girls who met at a 6-week coding summer camp in New York City. But the reason for this book takes part in the last week of the camp, when both of our protagonists have to work in teams and decide to develop a program about girl spirit. At first I thought, are you serious? Like, did they become famous because of a program about girl spirit? Well, the thing is that as I continued reading, I realized that and understood why they decided to make this video game. They want to break the rule that people have around the world about girl spirit. Girls around the world suffer a lot when this time of the month comes, because some people think that is something bad, exclude them, and sometimes exclude them when they are on their period, or lock them or do other things. But my talk is not about girl spirit, actually, but I do want to emphasize that even in the minimum things, in this case, girl spirit, which is something natural and that we can't avoid, has an important part in this talk. So, what do girl spirit and girls in STEM field have in common? Easy, that both are seen as something bad. For example, to show you some important statistics. Did you know that there's a tendency for STEM jobs to be higher paid, meaning that the lack of women in these roles is contributing to gender salary gap? And according to the World Economic Forum, 74% of STEM workers are male and only 26% are female. So there are a variety of proposed reasons for the relatively low numbers of women in STEM fields. So after reading and making a big research, I found the main ideas that continue to block women's progress in STEM. This includes myths, lack of female role models, but mostly stereotypes. Myths. There's this myth that says that if you're not good in maths, then you are not good enough to be part in the STEM fields. To be born with a natural ability for maths is really good, but mostly intelligence and skill grow with constant patience and effort. Experts suggest that if we want to improve and later be capable enough to dominate maths or any other ability, then you should try your signing in programs which have the purpose of helping you develop these abilities. Lack of female role models. A lack of women in these fields means fewer female role models, both for current female employees and for girls still forming career choices. I want to emphasize in this point and say that yes, there are female role models. Actually, there are a lot, but they just didn't have enough credit for what they did, or maybe just girls nowadays don't know who they are. Like Dr. Chen Changwu. She became known as the first lady of physics and made extensive contributions to the Manhattan Project. This queen of nuclear research broke barriers of both race and gender as a Chinese woman working alongside and leading some of the nuclear physics' biggest names. Marie Curie, female STEM superhero. She actually was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, the only woman in history to ever win it twice, and the only human to ever win a Nobel Prize in 2 different sciences. Stereotypes. There are no evidence that girls are less capable in these fields, but rather they often feel less capable due to this. Women have less academic success. Science is not feminine. Women are socially conditioned from a young age to have domestic aspirations such as being romantically desirable and becoming a wife and a mother. These socializations can detract from the desirability of STEM-related jobs fields because they are typically considered masculine by nature, and young girls and women that excel in these fields are labeled unfeminine. So, you can be a mom and a scientist. Men are worth more. The U.S. Department of Commerce Economics and Statistics Administrations contend that women in STEM jobs earn 33% more than women in other fields, indicating that the wage gap between men and women is actually smaller in STEM. The BCG informs us that the key to reduce the representation gap is to 1. Raise awareness. By this I mean break stereotypes and inform oneself about scientific career opportunities. 2. Stimulate interest. Motivate girls to pursue science through active discovery. 3. Guide and support help female scientists engage in scientific study and provide tools for success. And 4. Finance. Ensure the monetary concerns are not a deterioration factor. This approach can only be successful if the entire ecosystem is engaged, including parents, educators, and authorities. Still, there are organizations run by women who want to help others and encourage teenage girls to be part of the STEM fields. Organizations such as Girls Who Code, STEM Box, Blossom, Engineer Girls, Code with Closey, superheaded by supermodel Carly Close, aim to encourage women and girls to explore male-dominated STEM fields. Many of these organizations offer summer programs and scholarships to girls interested in STEM fields. Before saying goodbye, I want to show you a video made by the Tech Museum of Innovation in downtown San Jose, and it's called How to Inspire Girls to Pursue STEM.
This is the girl who took a trip, who designed a bot, who made planes flip. This is the girl who burned things bright, who built a network, who used tech for what's right. This is the girl who modified genes, who studied the future, who built living things. This is the girl who raised her hand, who sat at a laptop, who printed her plan. This is the girl whose mind is thrilled, who dreams of a world that she will build.
To finish with, I want to leave an important message from me to all the audience, because that's what these talks are about. To express our opinion and knowledge and share with others. We live in a time where us women decide to stand up and fight for the place in this world, to stop being the weakest gender, and it's time to break the stereotypes society has made for us. A woman's place is in the kitchen. A woman can come into the engineering field. You don't have a voice in this table, because ability, intelligence, maths, science, and physics are not only for men, but also for women. Each woman has made its own movement to make the change, and today I have decided to make my small impact. And as Milka Duno said, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. The important thing is your determination. Thank you very much.